Just last month, we got the chance to experience the Microsoft Lumia 640. It was a budget-priced Windows phone first introduced back during Mobile World Congress 2015. Now though, its bigger brother is embarking on its own quest in the Windows phone space. Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena here, and you're watching our video review of the Microsoft Lumia 640 XL. It's an extra large size version of the Lumia 640, that's all. Therefore, the larger footprint of the handset means it's something that requires two-handed operation more than one. And even though its design isn't really new in the land of Lumias, we need to point out that it's exceptionally lightweight. Our only issue here is that it's available in only two color options, white or black, whereas the Lumia 640 offers more variety. Now, while some people will argue that the design is pretty bland and straightforward for a Lumia smartphone, it's just nice knowing that you can remove the back cover to gain access to the battery and also the microSD card slot. The larger footprint is primarily attributed to the 5.7-inch 720 by 1280 clear black IPS LCD display it's flaunting. Normally, the size amounts to it being classified as a phablet, but its 720p resolution lacks the intense sharpness of other higher resolution panels. Now, diving deeper into the other characteristics, it exhibits the same color reproduction as the Lumia 640 screen. However, there are some improvements at play here, like its stronger brightness output of 569 nits, which makes it more readable under bright light. Strangely though, its color temperature is significantly colder at roughly 7400 Kelvin. At the end of the day, it's a pleasant looking display with the exception of its resolution. Like most other Windows phones, the Lumia 640 XL is running Windows Phone 8.1 with Lumia Denim. That of course means it's accompanied with Cortana integration and the entire suite of Lumia branded applications. And even though it's a consistent software experience, it's just tough knowing that there are no optimizations whatsoever made to the experience that makes good use of the extra real estate. Hey, at least it's on tap to receive the Windows 10 update when it comes out, so there's peace of mind there. This is powered by the same hardware in the Lumia 640, so that's a quad-core 1.2 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chip coupled with 1 GB RAM and the Adreno 305 GPU. Given it's fluid with most benign tasks, there's some crumbling, however, with graphics processing. As for storage, the 8 GB has is quaint, but then again, there's a microSD card slot. One of the few changes aside from the aesthetics is that the camera's been bumped up to a 13 megapixel sensor with a wider f2.0 aperture lens, and the front-facing camera receives the same treatment by being upgraded to a 5 megapixel snapper. On top of that, the Lumia camera app is here to offer hardcore shutterbugs a useful manual mode. Having been impressed by the Lumia 640 camera already, we pretty much have the same reservations here with the 640 XL. The difference at play here is the higher capacity of detail it's able to produce, one that makes it slightly more apt for cropping. Sure, it's stellar for outdoor scenes, but still looks grainy and light on details under low light. Despite that, the rich tone HDR mode continues to sprinkle that artificial look to our shots, and we like it. We're also happy to report that there's also subtle improvement to its video recording quality as well. It's just more stable with its performance, whereas with the Lumia 640, it was marred by a sensitive white balance adjustment. There's none of that this time around, thank goodness. So yeah, you'll learn to fall in love with the camera here just because it takes some really nice photos, especially when you get a feel for using the manual mode. Whether it's using the Xbox Music app or mixed radio, they both handle the task of listening to music. However, despite the stronger 76.6 decibels of power coming out of its rear speaker, the end result is still identical to the Lumia 640. It just sounds strained at the loudest volume setting. Hey, at least it's more ideal for watching videos. We're not struggling, nor our voice is exceptionally clear on both ends, but the overall call quality ends up being at least passable in our books. There's a solid amount of emphasis to voices through the earpiece, but we sound robotic on the other end. We're more than agreeable with its easy one-day battery life with normal usage thanks to its 3000 mAh battery. But its mark of 7 hours and 2 minutes in our custom battery benchmark test is rather underwhelming in comparison to other phones with roughly the same battery capacity. Far from being a specs beast meant to tackle on the big names in the space, the Microsoft Lumia 640 XL carries a refreshing balance of value and performance. On the pricing front, it's being sold through AT&T here in the US for 99 cents with a 2-year contract, or $250 outright. That alone is within the threshold of its comparable rivals, but we like it for the fact that it bears improvements over the Lumia 640, like the camera and certain aspects of the display. So it'll ultimately come down to whether or not the Windows Phone experience is your cup of tea.